everybody, DeathsStalker here. So I thought I'd do a quick video before the temperature goes crazy hot. And it's sort of an addition to another video that I watched a couple weeks ago from another vlogger named Ron C. And Ron did a video about, am I a fair weather rider? And Ron basically said, yeah, he is, and actually a lot of people are. In fact, I am too. Now, a lot of new riders sort of go like, oh man, I ride in all kinds of weather and stuff. And in all honesty, when I first started riding this bike, way back in 1983, I rode every single day for a month. Because the bike had to be broken in, and I needed experience to get my full license. And that included sun, rain, incredibly cold weather, and even some light snow flurries, because it was early all March. And my next bike was a little bit nicer, so I didn't ride it, but I still had the old 83 bike, which I rode in all weather. Then eventually I replaced it with my KLR-600, which I basically rode it every single day for like about 4 or 5 years, commuting to work, going on trips, everything, and just blasting around. So that's when I was young. And as you get older and slower and your bones start to ache, you know, as much as it's fun to ride a motorcycle, very few people find it fun to ride a motorcycle in the rain. Very few people find it fun to ride a motorcycle in the extreme cold. Now, I'm not saying everybody. I've got a friend of mine who's an adventure and touring guy, and unless there's several inches or centimeters of snow on the ground, he will ride his motorcycle. And unfortunately, the commitment laws are not as strict as it used to be, so we can't get them locked up in the loony bin, but oh well. But overall, you know, once you reach a certain point of experience and actually financial situation where you can actually afford to have multiple vehicles, you tend to ride your bike all the time. But once you get a little bit older, you find out that on rainy days the four-wheel box isn't as sucky as you think it is. And in my case, when it gets really, really hot, I also kind of like the air conditioning as well. Now, this particular bike is, I like to call it the easy bake oven of motorcycles, because if you ever get caught in stop and go traffic, you will bake your legs in nether regions. So it is not fun when you get up into the really high temperatures. Like I'm going to talk Celsius here, but generally, you know, from about 18 to around 26, 27 Celsius, this bike's okay. It's when you hit into the low 30s, like we're going to have today, or a couple weeks ago when we had it into the low 40s. Now, for my American friends, the 30s is the 80 to the 90s, and the 40s is into the hundreds. So you know it's frickin' hot, and this is not the motorcycle to ride in that weather. Plus the fact I ride in my gear all the time. So I'm always wearing a high quality, heavy leather jacket, good gloves, full face helmet, motorcycle boots, etc. So it kind of sucks to ride wearing that stuff in hot weather, but you know, the chances of coming off and getting hurt and getting skin grafts, etc. I know some friends who've had that. I never want to have that. I always wear my gear. So that means not only am I a wet fair weather rider nowadays, but I'm also a hot fair weather rider. Now, some people say, well, you know, you're a wimp or whatever, but it's like, you know what? No, I'm old. We get that way. We decide we don't want to play anymore. Like, to me, I enjoy riding motorcycles to ride them. I don't really enjoy, you know, riding motorcycles to be sweating myself to death. or to have to spend the next 3 days drying the water and stuff out of my boots and gloves and jackets and stuff like that. Now, I'm not saying I don't ride when it's hot. Sometimes I'm out there and I didn't realize the temperature was going to be as hot as it was, and sometimes I've been out there and I've been caught in horrible rainstorms, but I do ride on the way home. It's not like I'm going to park the bike someplace and come back and pick it up in a truck or something like that. It's like, I got caught in the rain, I'm driving home. But then, of course, you got the several days of drying out your kit and washing the bike, and it's just not fun. So anyways, just wanted to say that I am a fair weather rider, and I'm damn proud of it. Anyways, DeathsStalker signing off.